With summer almost upon us, you'll probably want something to read. And available in hardback are 3 remarkably good books from BBC. The first off is The Dalek Generation, written by Nicholas Briggs. This is also available as an audiobook, again read by good old Briggsy. Can we get away with calling him Briggsy? I'm not too sure. I've only ever met the man once. Mr. Briggs, always be nice to your potential future employers, has written a remarkably good book. In fact, all 3 of these are very, very good. The cover of this one, the first one, The Dalek Generation, has Matt Smith running, as is the norm, and 2 of the nice RTD Daleks. Bronze is definitely back in this story. But what's it all about? Sunlight 349 is one of the countless Dalek Foundation worlds, planets created to house billions of humanoids suffering from economic hardship. The Doctor arrives at Sunlight 349, suspicious of anywhere where the Daleks are apparently a force for good, and determined to find out the truth. He soon finds himself in court, facing the Dalek litigator. But do his arch-enemies really have nothing more to threaten than legal action? The Doctor knows they have a sinister plan, but how can he convince those who have lived under the benevolence of the Daleks for a generation? Convince them he must, and soon. For on another Foundation planet, archaeologists have unearthed the most dangerous technology in the universe. That's the blurb. Any more than that would give far too much away. As to when this story is set, I'll leave that up to you to figure out for yourself. The Bronze Daleks are marvellous, but as the Daleks aren't supposed to even know who the Doctor is, well, that all becomes a bit timey-wimey. I suspect that's mainly because this story was written before the Daleks forgot who the Doctor was. Next on the list is Plague of the Cybermen, again sticking with the traditional Daleks, Cybermen, something else, set. Everyone likes a Cyberman story, and everyone likes a Dalek story. So what's Plague of the Cybermen about? When the Doctor arrives in the 19th century village, Klimtenburg, he discovers the residents suffering from some kind of plague, a wasting disease. The victims face a horrible death, but what's worse, the dead seem to be leaving their graves. The plague warriors have returned. The Doctor is confident he knows what's really happening. He understands where the dead go, and he's sure the plague warriors are just a myth. But as some of the Doctor's oldest and most terrible enemies start to awaken, he realises that maybe, just maybe, he misjudged the situation. That one's written by Justin Richards. Again, very, very good. These aren't the most challenging or thick of books to read, but they aren't thin either. They will fill up a large portion of your summer if you're looking to fill the time. Ideal beach reading. Finally is, for me, the highlight of the 3, Shroud of Sorrow, written by an author who was new to me, Tommy Dunbavand. It's the day after JFK's assassination, and the faces of the dead are everywhere. PC Reg Cranfield sees his deceased father in the mists along Totter's Lane. Reporter May Callan sees her late grandmother in a coffee stain on her desk. FBI Special Agent Warren Skeet finds his long-dead partner staring back at him from the raindrops on a window pane. Then the faces begin to talk and scream and push through into our world as the alien shroud begins to feast on the grief of a world in mourning. On Saturday the 31st of August 2013, Hooverville 5 will happen. Located in Derby's The Quad, that's in the Cathedral Quarter, one of the best Doctor Who conventions in the UK will happen. Small scale, yes. Intimate, yes. A damn good laugh, most certainly. As well as the obligatory podcasters, this year's guests will include Graham Harper, Simon Fisher-Becker, Kevin Davies, and Alec Wills. More guests are sure to be announced very shortly. For more information, check out thehoovers.org.uk, and to buy tickets, visit derbyquad.co.uk. That's derbyquad.co.uk for more information. And if you're attending, be seeing you. You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its connected properties are copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. Whostrology, a Time Traveller's Almanac, is available through Telos Publishing or Amazon. Visit www.whostrology.com for further information. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.
OMG, Jade?
Sid?
Do you know what's totally hot right now?
No, what's hot right now?
The Doctor. The Doctor is totally hot right now.
Oh, the Doctor's totes amazeballs.
Yeah, like TARDISes and time and space and stuff.
Like the TARDIS and space and time and stuff and Centaurans.
Oh, and Centaurans and like Cybermen and the girls in the face of Bo and the Mox of Balhoon.
OMG, Sid, have you seen my duvet cover of the Mox of Balhoon with a Dalek and a Slovene on it?
That is so amazeballs. That is so Mox of Balhoon-esque.
It's the Mox of Balhoon-est.
It's so like non-more Mox of Balhoon.
Totes.
And the Doctor would be so amazeballs to be like his companion.
Imagine, like if you were doing a history essay on Henry VIII or some dry stuff, and you had to, like, drive the TARDIS back into olden times and you killed Henry VIII and then he didn't exist and you wouldn't have to do an essay on him.
Oh, and Mrs. Benson, the teacher's history, would totally be like, where's your essay? And I'd be like, what essay? Like, that person that you're talking about, like Henry VIII, totally doesn't exist. And she'd be like, well, sus.
And, like, the Doctor would say, no, you can't kill Henry VIII because of, like, wormholes and paradoxes and stuff.
Oh, and I'd be like, Doctor, what is the point of being a Time Lord? When all you do is, like, spend your time, like, divvying around, like, talking to Shakespeare and, like, eating dodo eggs?
OMG, Doctor Who, your bow tie looks really stupid. Like, bow ties are so not hot. Like, Doctor Who, stop trying to make bow ties happen.
And it's like, I know your name isn't even Doctor Who. It's like the name of the programme, but like everyone thinks it's your name. Like Doctor Who is your real name, like your surname is Who. So you might as well just get over it. Oh, the Doctor is so lame.
He's so not hot right now.
Oh, so
not
hot.
Ugh.